I'm going to share some really exciting things now. On a book level, because you know I'm a writer as well as a coach and healer, and I love this. I've got medieval cats, I've got a winter dictionary, I've got some science fiction movie quiz questions, and I've got some Shakespeare insult generators, I've got some Shakespeare word of the days, and I've got a few other things that I'm going to put together. And I'm now just settled a month into my new contract, so I'm going to have a little bit of time this weekend to do the Christmas tree and to do some social media videos for the week ahead, and that's how I tend to do it. I do some on the fly, but I've really struggled with that lately because I can do the video on a dog walk or something, but then I don't get a chance to post it because it's back-to-back manic. I also have some videos of my trip to Ireland with my daughter when we went to view Rose Cottage in September, that I haven't shared yet because I didn't want to put it out there until I had made a conscious decision and gone forth. So I'm going to share those with you now, and I've just been reminded by looking at one of us both on the ferry, and I was like, wow. And then in the hotel room, I took a photo, or she took a photo of me emailing the owner with an offer, and I said, take a photo because this could actually be quite a momentous moment. And it's turned out that it is. So that's really cool. And I'm going to go meet the waitress that went viral with me on social media, because I've spoken to her since, and she lives near where I'm going to move to. So I think we're going to be quite good friends. And I'll take her out for lunch as a thank you for her lunch drama. And yes, it's quite, I've met some really amazing friends. I only had one friend in Ireland to begin with, and every time I connect somewhere I just meet somebody else. So all the right people are just moving into place. It's lovely when you're on the right path and you're doing the right things. You just notice that everything plops into place for you. Like serendipity is fantastic. And it means that you have to work less hard at everything you do. When you're not on the right path, and I was here for ages, you know, for many years, where everything was a battle, everything was difficult. I would go to Waitrose and be verbally attacked by somebody out of the blue for no reason whatsoever. So if your energy is low, if you're feeling drained, like attracts like, law of attraction. So you attract things like that towards you, and it's not nice. And then that drags you down even more. But when you're vibrating at a higher level, none of that happens. Those people just don't get through to you, don't get into you. And if somebody perseveres and tries, you just don't feel it. It doesn't really exist for you. So it's quite nice. A lot of the time I just feel like I'm observing my life. If you can see all this smoke, I'm just doing my morning rituals, and this was going off a mental case for a moment. I put loads of sandalwood on it, and I've been using loads of abundance stuff, so it really pays off because I've got everything I wanted. I started with my abundance list, and I had 44 items on it at the beginning of 2024, and I sat there thinking, should I halve this, because that's a lot to ask for in a year? And I just felt a little bit greedy, and I was like, no, I'm just ambitious and I'm going to go for it. And out of those 44, I've got 8 left. I've literally just been crossing everything off as they've manifested. I'm like, yeah. So we're all alchemists. We're all capable of manifesting everything. But of course, laws of attraction. If you're not on the right vibration, you're not going to attract what you think about, because how you feel is the most important part. So we are layered. So there's different layers to us. There's our meat body, there's our aura is full of different layers, like our emotional body, our spiritual body. We have to work with all the different layers that we have. And, you know, like you've got your mind, you've got your emotions, you've got your physical, you've got your spiritual, and what you think matters. And everyone talks about that, but what they don't talk about enough is how you feel matters. And one of the things I've noticed is that when you have something like diabetes, and I'm going to talk about that, I've had a real rough time with my health ever since I was 19 years of age. And because it's not visible to other people, people don't really see it. And then they think it's behavioural or something like that. And it's been a real challenge. And the problem is, even as a healer, and because I work with energy, I notice it more. If I'm badly diabetic, my energy is obviously not good. And no matter what I do, I can't change that. And you have to just push through those times. It still works. It still happens, just slower, harder. And then you have to push through those times until you can be healed. You raise your vibration and then it changes. And the other thing that a lot of us have noticed, because I noticed this with my friends and colleagues, is especially since April's eclipse this year, with the energy changes, the solar flares, the whole planet upgrading on a spiritual level, it's draining and it's exhausting us. So people who are normally high level vibrational beings are coming down a notch or two while they move through this. And then you'll get someone come and attack you. So if you're feeling that, don't worry. It's just as you go through this phase, laws of attraction like. Also, you're a light worker. So if you're a light worker, your light is going to aggravate the demons in other people. There's nothing you can do about that. Some people are just going to hate you being happy, hate you being successful, hate you being, you know, hate is a strong word, but people walk in that emotion all the time. There's certain emotions I will never carry with me anymore. And that are things like hate, resentment, bitterness, anger, shame and guilt. And as a little girl, I grew up with a lot of shame and guilt emotions put on me by narcissistic parents. And I had the same as a married woman. You know,